Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to talk about the most powerful, most miraculous, and yet completely out of control house of your horoscope. It looks very, strange to hear these words together. A house where you have no control, no matter what you do in your life. And on the same time, that house has complete blessing of our karmas as well as our pitris and ancestors. And I'll tell you about all the 12 houses, and it is a certain position from Jupiter, Devaguru, Praspati. This miraculous, uncontrolled house of your horoscope is the 12th house from wherever your Jupiter is present, right? Let me tell you how. Let me tell you why. And these are the sutras from our Raj Jyotish Parampara, and they're absolutely 100% accurate. So let me share my screen with you and do comment how much can you relate to this. And I've made a chart for you. You all can see the screen. And we've got Jupiter in the Lagna. So whatever sign is in your Lagna, whatever Lagna you are, if you've got Jupiter in the first house, the absolute uncontrolled and blessed house is the 12th house. Now, what exactly is the 12th house? 12th house primarily is the house of your investments. I've seen people with Jupiter in the Lagna, their investments are taken care by their near and dear ones. Suppose you're a child and you'll see, oh, my father, my mother invested something for me and it is a surprise for me, right? And it gave me a lot of good returns. On the same time, sometimes, if not father, mother, then probably your spouse, right? You have no idea about your investments. So maybe you're a housewife and your husband is investing on your name, and you realize after 10, 15 years, it is giving me absolutely great result or a great return. Maybe you're a husband and your wife is doing all the investments and everything for you. On the same time, the 12th house is also house of sleep. I've seen people with Jupiter in the Lagna. I mean, if you have a better placement of moon, they have such a divine, sleep. And that sleep is complete blessings of their ancestors and those divine powers out there. But they will have no control. If they wish to sleep, they won't be able to sleep, but only through the divine intervention, they'll have those sleeps. On the same time, you know, when it comes to bed pleasures, when it comes to, you know, sleeping with the opposite sex, they will still not have any control in that. You'll see, they cannot plan these things for themselves. They will be blessed in a way that 99.9% they will have a spouse, and with the blessings of God, they will have a good, life, physical life, I would say, right? So if they think they can work around it, that's not going to happen. On the same time, yoga, meditation will automatically come to them with the blessings of God. Even if they don't want to do it, I mean, the father or the mother or anyone will take them to yoga, they learn it, or maybe the spouse will keep telling them, hey, you got to, you should do yoga, you should do pranayam, and naturally these things will come in their life no matter what. That's the beauty of the 12th house from Jupiter, if you have Jupiter in the Lagna. On the same time, 12th house is also long distance permanent settlement. For an example, you're leaving your motherland and going to the foreign lands and settling there permanently. You'll find these people, they had no idea in their life that they would settle in this particular country someday, and they settle. That's the beauty again of Jupiter. It may be away from the motherland, or, you know, we need to check the chart in totality, but also, you know, I mean, sometimes they're just married the next door, or maybe 10 kilometers, something, the settlement that they've never imagined in their life, right? And then, they get all those luxuries and everything in their life, which 12th house, has the capability to give you. On the same time, let's talk about Jupiter in the second house, which is technically going to bless the Lagna. All right. So you've got Jupiter in your second house, and the most uncertain and blessed house is the first house, your intelligence. These people have found them to be super intelligent because of the blessing of their ancestors and those mystical powers out there. Their image in the society, right? No matter what happened, or no matter how many people tried to, destroy their image, or try to, challenge their personality, these people are going to still come out as winners in their life. Their lagna is completely protected. That's the beauty of having Jupiter. You see, we keep talking about certain settings that says, hey, Jupiter in the second house is about all about you liking sweets and having a blessed family, kutumbha, having a lot of fixed assets. Everything is fine. I don't deny this. But the actual uncontrolled divine blessing, right, is going to be in the 12th house from the Jupiter. That's the beauty. That's the power of Jupiter. Devaguru Praspati. So forget about that you're going to lose image. No, even if something because of the dasha, something happens temporarily, it's actually going to be very, very temporary. Eventually you're going to regain, everything that you've lost, which is about your personality. That's the power of Jupiter in the second house. On the same time, if you've got Jupiter in your third house, and the highest level of protection is going to come in the second house, right? Second house are your fixed assets. You will see these people, I mean, their fixed assets are naturally protected. So if they've bought something, some gold, some property, right? I mean, they will have no control on buying and getting certain properties, but the properties and, their food is always protected, right? So even if they want something to eat, they just keep in their mind that I wish if I can eat this thing, and they'll get it. Because some, powerful energies around you is going to listen and is going to take care of your needs in the second house. So if you've got a wife or a husband who's got Jupiter in the third house and you want to invest in his or her name, go invest. Because that investment, if it turns into a fixed asset, is going to be protected. No matter how bad your relatives can think about you, they cannot do anything against you. That's the beauty of Jupiter in the third house. However, Jupiter is not very comfortable in the third house, but it still protects your second house all the time. That's the beauty. Whatever they say, the communication that you do with in the second house, because it's about how you speak, right? And third house is what you speak. So that's the difference between the communication in second and the third house. And whichever way you speak with someone, he's still going to say that, okay, that's fine. I mean, whatever he's saying is he's saying for betterment. Forget about the way he's saying. That's something that you're going to get as granted if Jupiter is in the third house. Jupiter in the fourth house, You are absolutely protected in the third house in terms of prakram. You will realize that I don't have this much of ability and I don't know how I'm performing at your work, in your personal life. You will have no control over the short distance travels, and all those travels that have come from nowhere are going to be very, very blessed, travels in your life. That's the beauty. That's how the Jupiter in the fourth house is taking care of your third house. Absolutely, brilliant. I mean, you're trying to start a startup. You're trying to, uh, have a new beginning in your life, and Jupiter will protect you, you know, in the third house. Your siblings are protected. Your siblings will grow in their life. And if they think something against you, they won't be able to do anything. I've seen people with Jupiter in the fourth house naturally, they are protected from near death experiences. Third house, right? Naturally, even if your neighbor is trying to destroy you, he's going to be destroyed by himself. That's the power of Jupiter in the fourth house. Your neighbors will not be able to destroy you, right? And there'll be natural blessing to you against them if they are against you. That's the power. Let's talk about Jupiter in the fifth house. Jupiter in the fifth house, these people will naturally get, suddenly get certain properties, certain vehicles, the cars or the home that they have ever imagined that, hey, one day I'll buy this car, one day I'll live in this home. And suddenly, when the Dasha is good, they'll get it. They'll get their dream homes, they get their dream cars, but they will have no control over your mother, right? If you're trying to tell your mother to do this, she's not going to do that. She's going to be doing, things that she thinks is right, not you. So that is where you got to be a little careful with your relationships, with your mother. However, home, comforts, vehicle, they are natural blessings. That's the beauty. You've got Jupiter in the sixth house. Huh? You see, this is where you have no control over your love, romance, and relationships, but it's such a powerful position that the fifth house is blessed. Suppose you are dating someone and you are about to get married to that person, and you're going around and, you know, just having good time, you're always protected. It's not the instance that, oh, I was with my girlfriend or with someone and I got caught by the parents. I was moving, in the market and she was with me, and, his or her brother saw it and we were in trouble. Nothing like that is going to happen. The fifth house is protected. Your children are naturally protected, but you may have no control over them. You can be strong personality, but eventually they're going to do what they're going to do. And if the horoscopes of the children are good, they're definitely going to do very well in their life. That's the beauty of Jupiter, because you're eventually going to have blessed children. You will have blessed children. You have no control, but still they'll do very well. They will be not doing anything wrong. That's the power of fifth house. You will be blessed by mantras. Automatically the mantras will come in your life and they are going to bless you, and you are going to be doing tons of mantras and you will be invincible. That's the power of Jupiter in the sixth house. If you have a heart problem or a stomach problem, no matter from where, there'll be a divine intervention and you'll come out of that problem. If you have liver issues, you take medicines, you exercise, you take care of it, you have this ability to come out of it. Your ancestors should be happy. Make sure you do all the ancestral remedies, when you look at the 12th house from Jupiter. Very, very important. When you've got, you know, Jupiter in the seventh house, I mean, you have no control over your enemies, diseases, and debts, but everything will be in favor of you. You're going to win over your enemies, you're going to win over your diseases, and you can easily take care of your debts. That's the power. The debts are coming, so many debts. The enemies are coming, but there's such a divine blessing that you are winning everywhere. That is the power of Jupiter, in the seventh house. If you are somehow in a bad dasha, stuck in some alcohol abuse or something like that, you have this ability to come out of it. Tons of charities that you've never thought in your life that you'll be doing will come in your way. You will do it and you'll make this life better. You never thought that you will do these charities and still you're doing it. Sixth house is charities. Beautiful pets will come in your life and they will change your life. That's another power of Jupiter in the seventh house. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to this. Huh? You will see your mama, which is your brother of your mother. He is going to be prosperous. He will do something good in his life because of your Jupiter in the seventh house. Because this house belongs to your mama, your uncle, who is from your mother's side. Jupiter in the eighth house, the blessing goes to the seventh house. It's very difficult to get divorced if you have a troubled marriage. Your ancestors, the divine powers are always trying to protect your marriage, your partnership, your daily income. No matter how sick you are, how troubled you are in your life, somehow, maybe your father, your son, whosoever is working, you will keep having your daily income. Your marriage is protected. Your partnerships are protected. However, I don't want you to blindly rely on people. That's the problem with Jupiter in the eighth house. You will have tremendous amount of problems in your lower back when you cross your 40s and 50s. Still, you will survive. That's the power. When you have Jupiter in the ninth house, it's brilliant for Jyotish. I mean, I've seen people being pushed into occult sciences by the blessings of God and ancestors. When you have Jupiter in the ninth house, the eighth house is the house which is completely protected and it's giving you great results, sudden wealth. No matter how big is the accident, you're going to survive. The eighth house, your in-laws, even if you have troubled marriage or problems from in-laws, they cannot do anything which is against you. And eventually you're going to win. That's the power. He's completely protecting and you have no control. Absolutely no control over the eighth house. What is happening? How are you getting that divine help? And when you have Jupiter in the 10th house, right? I've seen people traveling to the foreign lands and they've never imagined it. Ninth house, the guru come in their life. The bhagya, their luck gives them great results. Suddenly, you have a trouble and your luck will favor and you'll be out of it. Your guru, your teacher, your father, fatherly figures, long distance travels, unplanned, uncontrolled, but complete blessing. That's the power. That's how your ninth house is protected and all the divine energies, ancestors are, controlling it. You have no control. You have no idea how things are happening in your ninth house, how automatically things are happening in the ninth house. When you've got Jupiter in the 11th, you are protected in the 10th house. Your work, no matter what mistake you've done in your life, somehow someone will come and tell you that, hey, that's the way to come out of it. That's the way to rectify your mistake. You are protected at your workplace. You are protected. Your father is protected with Jupiter in the 11th house. Your business is protected. And when you have Jupiter in the 7th house, I just remembered your job is always protected. You do well in your job. If you have troubles in your job, it is protected. 6th house. In the 10th house, your work, in the job, whatever you do, your business is protected with Jupiter in the 11th house. It comes in an automate system. It is automatic. That's the power. And when you've got Jupiter in the 12th house, your 11th house is protected. I've seen people, they have a huge kind of, social circle. And no matter what they're doing, still the entire society is always, always with them. They're helping, they're acknowledging. You will have unexpected gains. You invest, and then the gains from the income is good with Jupiter in the 12th house, 11th house. Your elder siblings, they prosperous, and if they're against you, they cannot do anything against you. You get to meet your gurus. You get opportunity to sit near the lotus feet of your guru. Whatever your guru communicates from ninth house, that's the third house from ninth, that is the communication of your guru. The communication of guru is direct with you. The guru will come and communicate and say, do this. You do it, and you're super successful. That's the magic of Jupiter in, the 12th house from the Jupiter. If you like the video, subscribe to this channel. I'll give you tons of such videos coming from Raj Jyotish. Till then, Hare Krishna, Har Har Mahadev, Shambhu.